Yeah, we've really stirred up a hornet's nest after sitting down in an East Texas fire ant mound. And it's all because of this image and others like it from the area, taken by NASA's rover Curiosity, and unmasked right here in our studio in our workspace. Hey y'all, the real Jimmy Roberts one here. NASA, you've been fooling us, but we got you this time. But you know, there's some other things in these images that we didn't mention, like this thing. I know everybody saw it. Now it stands about 2 feet high and it looks like it has a cover over it. I don't know. And over here, back here, it appears to be the remains of a wall, a barrier of some type. Now you're looking at the frame of a former structure or apparatus. Now some areas, the evidence even holds up as we zoom in tight for examination. Look at this. This is amazing. So who can tell me from what movie this came from, 1977?
You must be aware of the shape of a square.
That's right. And why is it that people don't? This concerns me and gives me general anxiety. Shake off the cobwebs, folks. We should not be seeing squares and rectangles in these images. Or why are they there? Well, probably because the rover is rovering around on top of a buried civilization. Now, we're still sitting in that same area. Look at that straight line. This looks like a metal plate and screws. Yeah, I know, I'm crazy. But look here. Looks like there's a seam running across here. Well, when we apply a bunch of contrast, what do we see? We can really see this seam. And if you look closely, you'll notice that really it broadens out. It looks like there's something under there. To me, it looks like a cat track. Look it up. Cat track electrical. Eons ago, or I don't know, 4 or so years ago, I saw images from Seoul 817 and wrote numerous online news sites informing them that these are machined parts lying around. These aren't rocks. And they very politely told me to piss off. And well, maybe I'm giving NASA too much credit here, but sometimes I feel like we're being taunted. See these Allen head screws on the rover? Well, I think we've probably got the same thing going on right here. Yep. And that looks like a Phillips head screw. What's up with that? I know I must be a lunatic. Tell you what, let's sing it. Screw, bolt, bolt, screw, screw. Screw, screw, bolt. Bolt in the side, screw. Way back on Sol 1367, where we found writing and things and shiny things and that in living color. Mastcam imagery. Now back to the area we've been in. Folks, this is a debris field. And without doing anything to this image, there's thin, shiny material strewn about and just plain weird things. And speaking of doing things to the images, when we apply the exclusion process to a bright area where there's nothing hidden, well, nothing happens. Well, sure, we get some shade inversions, but my point is that debris and collapsed and tangled skeletal remains of buildings do not magically appear here. No, that stuff is real. Detractors will come in here and try to tell you otherwise, but it's futile. We got them this time. Now, that taller white area in the far back is about 27 meters from the rover, 30 yards. Now, take a look at this. Now, it looks like the former hard shell of something, maybe even a vehicle, but it doesn't matter. Now, the rover needs to get closer to that area where that arrow's pointing. That's where that robotic arm thing is. But come on, folks, it can't make it through this mess. That is a disaster. So what does it do? It's going to go over here to the left, and it's going to move in that direction. Just a few sols or Martian days later, it takes some images right through there on the way, and this is that area right through there. And just to the left of center, there's that same frame. Look at it, match it up. That's it. This is verification that this is real. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the truest images of the Martian surface you've ever been shown.